I'm out for a rainy hike at Rocky Face Mountain Recreation Area in Hiddenite, North Carolina. We started on the trail, and as soon as we did, it started pouring. So it took a minute to let it slow down a little bit. So back on our way now. We're starting on the vertical mile challenge trail. So it's a mile of just straight uphill to get to the top of the mountain, and then we'll do a couple loops up there and make our way back down. So far I'm thankful we've been under the trees. We went by the rock climbing wall. On our way out, we had planned on not climbing today because of the expectation of some precipitation. I guess we go up here. Okay, it's gonna be a little slippery probably. So just a hike day for us, but usually when we come here we spend the time climbing, so making our way up. You can see steam rising up as we're making our way up. Basically rivers going down the rock right now. Pretty cool because you can see how it's carved out the rock as it's flowed down. So further down that way, the wall is more vertical, so that's where climbing is, rather than here. It's steep, about a 40% grade in a lot of places, but not steep enough to really climb. Just hike carefully, especially with it being wet. We still have plenty of the climb to go, but stop for a pretty view. It is quite slick, but the sun's coming out, so it's going to dry it all up. So we made it off the rock face. Still going up because it's a mile going up, but we're back on more of a normal trail. Have some tree cover. Definitely rivers going down the trail as well. Little creeks. So they have a couple different options with the vertical mile challenge. You can actually do it a certain number of times for like a prize, because it equates to climbing a mile vertically if you do it. I think it's 12 times maybe, or something like that. So you just have to check in each time you go around. Pretty fun idea, fun challenge. But it's also a mile long of just vertical. So that's what we're doing today, is we want to spend some time on the other trails, explore the whole place. But I think it's awesome that they put a challenge out there for people. It's definitely something hard that people can choose to take on. And I think so often people start to give up as soon as something is hard. That resilience and grit in their character has to be developed for them to know that they can do more than they realize. And it's okay, you can do hard things. I tell Caden that all the time. I know it's hard, but you can do hard things, and just keep going at it. The success after a feeling like that is usually pretty incredible. So since I started back in the classroom this year, a lot of my students don't have a lot of confidence in themselves, don't have experience with people having much confidence or faith in them. So I've been telling them the same thing. You can do hard things. And they really can. They're so much more successful than they realize they could have been. So maybe you're facing some kind of challenge and you feel like giving up. I encourage you not to, because you definitely can do hard things. Coming out to another clearing of rock. I'm not sure what the markers mean, but they do have it well labeled and marked. We're a mile into our hike, so we just completed the Vertical Mile Challenge trail and are now doing the Hollow Rock Trail. So this is about 2.5 mile loop up on the top, and then we'll go the other way to do the Prison Camp Trail, and that'll loop us around and back down the mountain. Get back down to the parking area. Watching no caterpillar cross. He's fuzzy. It's neat seeing some of the plants that are native to the area. I've been having to remind myself that I can do hard things. I was just working on my confidence study this morning. I've been feeling very discouraged, not necessarily about confidence, but in general, and went through and made a list of the things that I tell myself, and then went through another list, and the idea was, even if I know it's not true, like logically, if it's things that I think, and I closed the book after that. And so that's very sad, because I was really bummed that those are things that I think and tell myself. However, there were a handful of them that I did not check off, because they're not things that I tell myself. And so those were in the realm of like not being able to do it because of my willpower, my perseverance, and just giving up because something's hard. And I never have. And so while I keep going through hard times and feel discouraged, I gotta tell myself I can do hard things. And then one thing that I think is very helpful is to then remind yourself of some of the things that you have done that are very hard. And right now, one of my challenges is physical ability. Here's a pretty view. I'm not able to do all the things that I would like to be able to do, like running or biking like I would like to. I can't throw a disc for disc golf as well as I think I should, but it's all of my body just has different ideas. I have a shoulder problem, so I can't throw a disc well, and have other health problems, so it makes everything else harder. Knees make it hard to run. So those things are all true, but I keep coming back to the idea of, well, I thought I was going to lose hiking as an option, which is truly one of my favorite things in the world. And I've been able to work through that and just get out there still and hike. And even when it's hard, I might go a lot slower, and that's okay, but I'm still out there doing it. So I'm encouraged by past experiences where I had no iron and ferritin in my blood, and I knew I was struggling, but I didn't know why. Everything was so hard, but I kept going through it. And I had Graves' disease, and they didn't know why I was still functioning normally and not having bigger problems when my heart was racing and my blood pressure was so high, but I made it through it and I kept going. So those are two that really stand out to me as encouragement. Relationally, I've been through a lot of challenges, and for a long time challenges, and I've made it through, and I am who I am because of all of these things, and the amount of perseverance and determination I have is because of my experiences. So I am struggling, but trying to remind myself through it all, I can do hard things, and I'm going to make it through. I know I will. I do have confidence in that, in myself. I'm always going to make it through whatever's hard. It just might not be the outcome that I would choose for myself, but that's how life goes. Maybe you have experienced something similar. A lot of people's lives don't end up the way they thought they would. Often it's because you're somewhere better, or you're someone better. There's a reason why.
That's funny. I was gonna say, how do you stop people from just like
It's a pretty view out there. As we were walking, Caleb noticed that when he put his pole down, the rock in one section sounded hollow. So we thought that was pretty neat. There was such a big difference then when I went through and tapped the one that seemed hollow and then rock after, and definitely a big difference. But Caden then was making the connection that maybe it's called Hollow Rock Trail because maybe there's some sort of geological rock formation that causes some of the rocks to be hollow. It'd be something cool to learn more about. Definitely have the trails very well marked. Oh, these are cute little flowers. It's so funny because I know all these kind of things are weeds, but they're beautiful and adorable. So they have signs. Trails are very clear, and when you're on rock, they have something marking your way. So always good to make sure nobody gets lost. So what I remember about the past of Rocky Face is that they mined here, and that's why now there's an accessible wall for rock climbing. So I'd assume that that's how some of the rock became hollow. We were walking at one section, and there was so much shine going on in the rocks. So I don't remember what they mined here, but maybe that had something to do with it. It's definitely a very pretty trail. I've seen some other people out here, but definitely wouldn't say it's been busy. I'm sure it is sometimes, though. It's nice that you can do pretty short distance, but it'd still be a really good hike. And you get up to see a pretty view and everything. With all the moisture, we've had a lot of mushrooms, but these are new ones for us. Been pretty intrigued by all the colors. So we looked that one up. It's a viscid violet court, but we don't have any service to be able to find out any information about it yet. But the bright colors that I've been seeing on the mushrooms lately have been reminding me of all the colors you see on flowers. This time of year you're not seeing tons of flowers, but with all this rain we're seeing lots of mushrooms, so it's pretty awesome. So after we made it back down, we decided to go back up to the top of a series of a couple different trails to get up top. So we are now making our way back down on the Grindstone Trail. So we decided our goal was to cover all the trails. So this is our last one. So they have options both sides of the mountain to go more vertically up or to zigzag our way up or down. So we definitely chose to go with the zigzag option for down and did the straight up both times. Really nice trail system here. I'm grateful for the time out here today. So I don't know what you're facing right now. I'm sure there's something challenging you or something that's really hard. But think before you tell yourself anything. Encourage yourself, remind yourself that you can do hard things. And I'll see you next time on the trail.